Hola chicos! Now that we've gone through our lesson, this next video is to give you step-by-step instructions for how to take this checklist and assignment and turn it into its final version and how to send your work to me so that I can look it over. So for those of you that are pretty comfortable with doing Google Doc and how to share it, you might not need this video. You can go ahead and just download this checklist that's attached to this video and kind of start to work from there. But for everyone else, I'm just going to kind of give you a little bit more information. So remember, we're answering 3 different questions. First, we're going to answer the question, ¿Qué te gusta hacer durante tu verano? What do you like to do during your summer? And your job is to describe 3 activities you like to do during your summer. The second part is going to be to answer the question, ¿Cuál es tu actividad favorita? What is your favorite activity? And lastly, you're going to answer the question, ¿Cuál es tu actividad menos favorita? Or what is your least favorite activity? Now, in the previous video, I gave you the different format to answer each of the questions, but they're also listed on here on the checklist. So for this first portion, you need to create 3 different sentences describing what you like to do during the summer, and then translate those into English. Here's that format. Here's the Spanish, and then the English. Of course, you're going to insert your own Spanish verb phrase for each of those sentences. Then below that, it has a check for I created at least 2 different sentences describing, number 1, what my favorite activity was, and number 2, what my least favorite activity was or is. Down below that, I also have the format for each of those sentences. Okay, so we're going to start from the top. First of all, you're going to have to open up Google Chrome. Once you're in Google Chrome, you're going to see over here at the right-hand side, some people call this the waffle, some call it a 3x3, but this is where all of your Google applications live. In here, you're going to see your Gmail, your Google Classroom, Google Slides. What we're going to be doing is a Google Doc, so you're going to click on that. Since this is a new document, you're going to click blank. Okay, now the first part of your checklist says, I titled my Google Doc in the upper left-hand corner using the first initial of my first name and my last name, as well as Actividades en el Verano. So I put my first initial, last name, and Actividades en el Verano. Now, obviously, you're not going to put C. Harrison because that's not your name. If your name was, let's say, Julia Brown, you would put J. Brown, right? I'm going to switch it back so it's true for me. Okay, now the second thing that you're going to need to do is title your work at the top of the Google Doc as Actividades en el Verano. Go ahead and center that. Then you're going to hit return to go to the next line, and you're going to put who this is by. In Spanish, by is por. And then again, you're going to write your name. So I'll put my name. Like I said before, you're not going to use Señorita Arison. If your name was Julia Brown, you would put J. Brown. Okay, now we're ready to start to write our sentences. I'm going to align it back to the left-hand side. And now I'm going to start with my 3 different sentences describing what I like to do during the summer and then translate that into English. So I said, and yours are going to be different than mine, but I put, me gusta montar a caballos durante el verano, period. Put a dash. Now I'll write in the English translation. Me gusta I like. Montar a caballos, to ride horses. Durante, during. El verano, the summer period. First sentence done. I have two more. My next one is me gusta nadar durante el verano. Me gusta, I like. Nadar, to swim. Durante, during. El verano, the summer. Two down. One more. My last one for what I like to do during the summer is me gusta ir en vacaciones durante el verano. And in English, me gusta, I like. Ir en vacaciones, to go on vacation. Durante, during. El verano, the summer. Okay, that's the first section. Below that, I'm going to answer my next question, which is, what is your favorite activity? ¿Cuál es tu actividad favorita? And my answer was, mi actividad favorita es viajar con mi familia. My favorite activity is to travel with my family. And I have one more. The last question was, what is your least favorite activity, or cuál es tu actividad menos favorita? And I put mi actividad menos favorita es, and I use the verb phrase hacer mis quehaceres, or to do my chores. Hacer mis. So all together, my least favorite activity is to do my chores. Okay, now I can see that let's double check here. Okay, I titled the upper left-hand corner correctly. I titled my work at the top as Actividades en el Verano, then hit return to get to the next line and wrote por Señorita Edison. So we have this here, the title, who it's by. Then I created at least 3 different sentences describing what I like to do during the summer and wrote the English translation next to it. And I used the format me gusta. Then I put in my own Spanish verb phrase, montar a caballos, nadar, ir en vacaciones. And then I finished it with durante el verano. Durante el verano. I then translated it over into English, and I double checked for spelling. So I'm done with this next check mark. Below, I created at least 2 different sentences describing what my favorite activity was and what my least favorite activity was. I used this format and this format. So, mi actividad favorita es, and then I used this verb phrase, translated it to English, so I can check that. This next one, mi actividad menos favorita es, and put in my own Spanish verb phrase. Mi actividad menos favorita es, and my Spanish verb phrase was hacer mis quehaceres. And then I translated both of those over into English as well. I double checked my spelling. Now I'm ready for this last section, which is how you're going to share it with me. So in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see the share button, which will pop open this window. So upper right-hand corner, share. This window pops in. I'm going to put my email address, or Señorita Edison's email address. And you'll notice that it usually will pop up. Okay, now that it's in there, I double checked. It's the right email address. And the last thing I'm going to do is click send. Then you're all done. If you have any questions about the formatting, as always, go ahead and email me and let me know. I look forward to reading your work and seeing what you guys can do. Gracias.